morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning here at Sea Lake Journeys. It is going to be a busy day around here.
You better believe it. You know why it's going to be so busy?
Why is it going to be so
because
busy?
We're getting ready for a cruise.
We are. So this morning we have a guest coming on. She is on her way into the studio. She's not quite here yet, but that's okay. We know that she's on her way because we were just on her show. So we got to give her a few minutes to get over here to our show. And her name is Christine Turner.
That's going to take her a minute because she's all the way down in the Nassau, Bahamas, down there at Margaritaville.
Yes. So Christine Turner is, she is an all-inclusive traveler. I do believe she's a travel agent as well for all-inclusive.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it she still does, but we'll ask her when she comes on here.
Yeah. So, and she is here. So let's go ahead and bring her in.
Hey.
Hey, Christine. Long time no see, girl. So we were just introducing you to everyone on our channel. And are you actually a travel agent, Christine? You're muted. You're muted. I'm sorry. She's muted. She's muted. There you go.
I was trying to switch my microphone, but oh well. Yeah, I've been in the travel industry for almost 20 years now. So I've been to the Bahamas now. Gosh, I think this is my 5th or 6th time. Aruba, St. Martin, St. Lucia, Mexico, countless times, you name it. So
if we wanted to book an all-inclusive resort, we would how would we contact you?
Just send me an email or message me through. I respond to all the comments on YouTube, so that's the best route to go. And I'm actually coming up to my 800th video on the channel.
Ooh, wow. So we just hit 500 ourselves. So
nice.
If you want to contact Christine, her link is in the description of every video we have and in the end credits of every video if Chet remembers to put them there.
I always do. I do my job.
So Christine is coming live to us from the Margaritaville Resort in
Bahamas.
In the Nassau, Bahamas. Now, we have been there as well, but we've not stayed at the resort. We have walked there from the cruise ship, and it's a easy walk. We walked there in about 20 minutes. I pushed Chet in the wheelchair along the way. So today we got a couple of different perspectives from Margaritaville. We have the perspective of being on the cruise ship and purchasing the water park for the day.
Day pass.
Called the day pass to the Fins water park. Fins Up, which is behind Christine right now at the moment.
Look at that scenery behind Christine.
And we also have the perspective from staying at the Margaritaville Resort. So let's really quick say hello to everyone that's up in the chat, shall we?
We got a couple people there. We got the Z-Man. Good morning to you, Z-Man. All right. Good to see you, brother. Danny D, the spectacular supporting. Yay. So glad to see you, Danny. Controversial Cruising is here. That's Scott. We are now Scott compliant. Thanks for being here, Scott. Michael the Realist. I saw Michael the Realist saying Christine Turner. Hello and good morning to you. Nice to meet you. We're all family here. Michael,
that's
you get
right.
a double squeaky, brother. Right on. Thanks for being here, Michael. Destination Fun. Sherry, what's going on this morning? Good to see you. And it's Carnival Cruise Addicts. Woo! Come on, Carnival Cruise Addicts. Saying good morning to you. Oh, we got Alpine Gulch in here. I love that little bunny rabbit licking his cheeks. Hi again to you, Alpine. Good to see you here this morning. And we got the Moonlight Adventures, Josh and Chastity. They're back from cruising too. And they're saying, what's going on, y'all? Josh, we're hanging out here with Christine this morning. We're going to find out from her end what the whole resort deal is like down there in Margaritaville. See me traveling. Kurt and Marsha saying, good morning, Robin and Chet, Sea Lake Journeys. And Christine, right on, Kurt and Marsha. Woohoo! And Cruise Nuts is here. Mike and Tracy, good morning to you. Glad to see you here this morning. We're having a good time. Who else we got? We got Will G in the house. Hey, all heading to Galveston. It's Cruise Day. It's Cruise Day for Will G. Will G, have a great time on that cruise, brother. Facebook user coming on in. It's the Chapmans. Right on, Chapmans. We love them. They're awesome people, y'all. Awesome people. Who else we got up there?
That's it.
All right.
Okay, so I apologize, those of you that are new to our show. Chet is more like a game show host than a YouTube vlogger, but hey, it is what it is, right? So we want to thank you all for joining us. We want to thank Christine for joining us, and we are going to be asking Christine some questions about the Margaritaville Resort in the Nassau, Bahamas.
Yes, where were you Tuesday the 17th at 8 p.m.? No, nothing like that.
So, Christine, I know that Junkanoo Beach is a beach that many cruisers go to, and it is located right beside of Margaritaville, is it not?
Yes, it is located. Make you dizzy here as I spin around. Just there.
So yes.
And there's no one there. And as you can see, the water at the beach here, whether you come to Margaritaville with the day pass, stay at Margaritaville as a resort, or if you go to Junkanoo Beach, the water is absolutely gorgeous. Christine, I have a question for you. Can you describe the sand at the beach? Because a lot of beaches you go to, they're rocky, or there's a lot of shells, or a lot of seaweed, and a lot of people that maybe they're not a big beach fan get turned off by the beach because of the way the beach is. Why don't you describe to us the beach that you are currently at?
Sure. So here at Margaritaville Resort, the beach is super soft. It's not hot, even in the peak of the sun. So you can walk on it without your shoes on and get that nice little foot exfoliation going on while you're walking along. The beach is made up of shells, which is why it's that sort of light white pink color, and that's also why the water is that gorgeous color, because the sunlight reflects up from it. And it's very calm here. It's perfect for people who maybe don't swim, or kids. You're not I haven't seen any sort of errant waves. Whereas over on the Paradise Island side at the Rio Resort or at the Atlantis, it's very, very wavy, to the point where really families and weak swimmers should really just stick with the pool. But here it's absolutely gorgeous. It's warmer in the ocean than it is in the pool.
So, wow.
And it's just very calm. There's a little bit of fish around. We've seen a couple of turtles. And they're curious, but they're not aggressive at all. So it's quite lovely, and lots of water stuff going on. Another boat coming in.
Oh yeah, look at there.
Look at that.
So we know that the water park is right there, and we know that it has the lazy river and all that. But what type of pools do they have at the resort itself that are not part of the water park?
Okay, so in the water park, there is that one in the middle, which is quite shallow. It reaches about 3 feet. And then there's another one here, just on the edge of the, on the 4th floor. That's an adult-only pool, and that is, I would say 4.5 feet deep. And then if you're staying in the regular Margaritaville section, that's basically it for pools. And of course, you have access to the ocean. The chairs, the lounge chairs that you see, and umbrellas, those are extra because it is on the public beach. So do be aware of that. If you're a guest of One Harborside Tower, which is that dark building there, I was lucky enough to get a complimentary upgrade to a studio suite there. And on that side, we have our own pool area. Again, not too deep, but because it's more residences, it's a lot more private, and still nice and refreshing to hop in the pool and just get a dip, because the sun is so hot here. If you don't have a pool nearby, you are diving for the shade.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, cruisers we're big about food. Cruisers love them some food. Okay. We just do. We get on cruise ships and we eat everything in sight. So why don't you give us a little rundown about the food that maybe is available at Margaritaville, or some local food that's there that if you get off the cruise ship, it's not too far to walk to and it's like totally worth it?
Yes, definitely. Now, when we moved to this property, this is not all inclusive. So we had to be a little bit creative with what we were doing food wise. At this property, there's a steakhouse, which is quite posh, a little bit more on the pricey side. I've heard it is delicious, but it was a little bit heavy for the temperatures here. So We tend to opt to stuff that's a little bit lighter. They have Frank and Lola's Pizza, which is on the side of the building that is available for dine-in or takeaway. They also do delivery to the rooms, which is quite nice and very reasonably priced. We had a 3-topping pizza the other day of pepperoni, Italian sausage, and jalapenos, and it was $16. And it was enough for both of us, but it wasn't excessive. In fact, I was looking for a piece in the morning for breakfast pizza because, but we'd eaten it all. So unfortunate.
Right.
Now, if you're coming in on the cruise ship, on Frederick Street, there is a Burger King, which, you can do that. But I mean, come on, folks, you're in the Bahamas. You got to try some local food. And there is a patty shop, which is actually technically more Jamaican, but they are so good that you have to try them. They're $2.50 for, basically it's like a beef turnover or a chicken turnover. Really great walking food. You can get beers. There's a liquor store on that same street as well. It's called the 700 Wine and Spirits Store. I think the beers are $2.50 each there, and very reasonably priced, and it's legal to walk around with a drink here, so you can do that, or you can hop in a taxi. They have horse-drawn carriages, which are really nice. So lots of fun stuff to explore there. And then we also ate over at Junkanoo Beach at the Salty Crab, I believe it was called. And my husband had the chicken wings, and I had the crack chicken, which is sort of like, it's a chicken breast that's chopped up into small pieces, battered and fried with seasonings, sort of like KFC. It was $12, and it was a massive portion. It was probably 2 chicken breasts that were chopped up in there.
Wow.
It was much too much to eat. And for those of you who are coming in on a cruise where you've got a little bit more time in the day, you can actually walk down to, wait for the colors to adjust, just where that outcropping is, just at the end of the building, there. And that is called the Fish Fry. And we ate there yesterday, and I had fish fingers, which were like mahi-mahi, crazy fresh, battered, fried, but so light. It was like they caught it that day. It was delicious. And in the Bahamas, you have to try macaroni pie. It's basically like baked pie. It is unbelievable. Like, I was so frustrated because we've been here almost 2 weeks and I haven't got my fix yet. And it is just delicious. It is basically baked macaroni and cheese, and it's got a little bit of spice to it. And they also put cheddar cheese on top and bake it. So it's got a nice crispy crust to it. Oh, sorry, my mouth is watering.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're doing the same to our audience. So Destination Fun is like, you're making her hungry. Seeing me travel sounds so good. And we want to welcome in Mark the Shark.
Mark the Shark. Good morning to you, brother.
And Seeing Me Traveling is reminding us all to, hey, hit that thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed to Christine's channel, you can find her link in the description of this video, and it has also been put up in the chat if you want to connect with her. She has a great channel. She is also headed for Hawaii soon, so she does a lot of traveling, and she always brings a different perspective, and she likes to find what is common for the area that she's at. What's the go-to food or the go-to beverage for where she is right now? And for all of our beer lovers out there, why don't you tell us about the beer, Christine?
All right. So the local beer, there's 2 kinds. There's the Kalik, which is actually brewed here in Nassau, and then there's the Sands beer, which is actually brewed on Freeport, on Grand Bahama Island. I prefer Sands. They're both very light beers. So similar to a lot of the Mexican beers, where they're not a super heavy beer like an IPA. I'm not really a beer drinker, so to have something light works just fine for me. And they also have something called, they have radlers, which you've probably seen in various places in North America. But with the Kalik beer, they have a radler, and it comes in, cranberry, pomegranate, I think, 2 or 3 other flavors, as well as mango. Folks, if you come to Nassau, you want to hit Frederick Street, you want to hit that 700 liquor store, go in there and get yourself a radler, get the mango one. It is light, refreshing. It's only 2% alcohol, so it's not going to knock you off your feet. It is very, very delicious. It basically tastes like sparkling mango juice with just a light kiss of alcohol in it. And it's absolutely delicious. Or if you want something more authentic, Bahamian, ask for a gully wash. Now, this would be at one of the local bars. They also, I like the name Gully Wash, but now they call it Sky Juice. And what it is, I don't know if I should tell you or not. Okay, I'll tell you just so you're not like shocked.
Sure, tell us.
It doesn't
Our viewers are very experimental kind of people. After all, they subscribe to this channel.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't sound in any way sexy when I describe it to you, but I'll tell you what, it tastes lovely. You're only going to have about one of them because they are quite heavy. But it's basically, and seriously, you're going to get weirded out. It's condensed milk and gin, and I'm not sure what the other ingredients are, but basically those are the main 2 ingredients. I do not like gin at all. Condensed milk, why would you drink that? Together, I don't know. It's like I told you about the margaritas, the crepes with cheese and Nutella. Shouldn't work. No logical reason why those flavors would taste good, but they do. Yep. Same thing goes with the Gully Wash. Milk, gin, whatever else they put in it, delish. Got to go local, got to try it.
Well, we want to welcome in Marjorie.
Hi,
Hi, Marjorie. Marjorie is one of our new members to our channel, and thank you for that, Marjorie. We really do appreciate it. So for those of you that have joined in a little later, we have Christine Turner here with us. She is in Margaritaville Resort in the Nassau, Bahamas, which you can also walk to from the ship and pay and enjoy the free water park that you see down below her there for the day. And Chet was going to say something.
Yeah, we got a video to show you how to walk from the ship to where Christine is at. So if you want to know, well, where's that at from the port? We got a video that'll show you how to get there. And we got another video that'll show you where that store is that she's talking about across from the Burger King. Because she left the phone charger behind one time.
The phone charger
and we had to go get a new one.
So and we want to welcome in Najuma Brown.
Hey, Najuma!
And so the water park there at Margaritaville, Christine and I, we really just did not enjoy the lazy river at all.
Oh my God. She said, I'm going to lay in this lazy river until I enjoy it.
And I think Christine did the same thing. I think you've been in the lazy river maybe once since you've been there.
Well, just once. I just didn't get out for about an hour.
That was from Tuesday to Thursday. She was in there. Just that one time.
I'll tell you what, I'm holding my laptop here so that you've got a better view. But my back is spasming right now because of being in the pool yesterday and riding on the
flow rider.
You can see them.
Lazy
the
river
inner tubes and going around the lazy river and just trying to bounce around, and it's relaxing, it's fun, it's easy. If you're not sporty or athletic, you can do it, no problem.
And it's not deep. You can actually walk in the lazy river.
I think just over 3 feet.
Yeah, you can actually walk around in the lazy river, or they have the inner tubes. You don't pay for the inner tubes. The inner tubes are there for you to use. There are 2 slides, and the cliff. Did you jump off the cliff?
No, girl, seriously. I'm telling you. So at one point around this edge of the lazy river, there's quite a strong jet, and this looks fun. This is exciting. And it came around the corner, and my bikini bottoms almost had a bikini malfunction. And so that was when I decided right then and there, no to the flow rider and no to the cliff jumping because there's kids here, and I don't need to be part of some restricted services kind of,
Restricted services. I got 3 million views, but I got restricted services too.
So the flow rider is also free. You can ride it as many times as you like. And CME Traveling, what's their comment here, Chet?
Nice. Looks like a must do for sure. We watched Sea Lake Journey's video and know what we're doing.
Yes. So if you walk from the cruise ship to Margaritaville, if you're walking to Junkanoo Beach, as you're walking along the street, they have little signs. If you've ever seen the margarita signs that are on the pole, but it's like an arrow pointing this way and says Margaritaville, and it will lead you along the way. You will not have to worry about being lost.
Absolutely.
And Danny D, the super supporter here, says that would be a malfunction for sure. What you gonna do with those wardrobe malfunctions?
9 million views.
Let's see. What other questions did so how crowded have you found it to be when the cruise ships are in port?
It's kind of nice because it's the low season right now. It's September. Most of the staff are even surprised that there's that many people here. Because this is the peak of hurricane season. As of course we know, it goes from the beginning of June until the end of November. Technically, very little activity usually in June, very little in November, even less so in October compared to August and September. But I think they said yesterday that the hotel's at 41% occupancy. So it's very, very quiet. It's kind of nice when the cruise ships come in because there's a little bit more activity going on. There's literally cruise ships in just about every day, and I'm sure all your viewers know to check out cruisemapper.com to see, when the ships are coming in, when the peaks are going to be. I normally would say on the big cruise ship day, the first day that we got here, there were 5 ships in.
Wow. We've
Royal
been there
Caribbean.
7. I think 7 was the most we've ever had in Nassau when we were there.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of congestion, and mostly it's in the downtown core. A lot of people, they get out, they wander, and they don't really do much. There's some really cheap t-shirt places. The best priced place is actually the one that's got the Sunday shop up above. If you can find where the Pirates Museum is, so you go up that Frederick Street where the grocery store, the liquor store, and Burger King and the patty shop are, go up to the main street and then turn to your right. And then you come back past the Pirate Museum, and there's also one of the shops has a Sunday parlor, ice cream parlor up above. But downstairs, the T-shirts and stuff like that, souvenirs, they're all very good quality, and they're all very inexpensive. We picked up a couple of T-shirts that were $8 each. So,
and if I remember right,
that's a good deal.
If I remember right, the Pirate Museum actually has a ceramic life-size pirate standing outside, right? Or in the window or something, or in the doorway.
I know it did. Like, I went to the museum the last time we were here. We've walked past the bar a couple of times, but it's been very quiet. When the cruise ship people leave, and because we're staying here, we get to see what it's like. So,
yeah.
When you all leave, it gets very, very quiet down here. So, like Junkanoo Beach, a lot of the restaurants and stuff close at 6 p.m. Whereas over at the Fish Fry, that's more where the locals go, and that some of those places are open till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. So if you're on a later ship like the MSC that stays in until 8 p.m., then it gives you a chance to see and do a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's great tips.
So we only have a few more minutes, but we want to hit, I think I hit everything I wrote down. From where you're at right now, whether you walk there from the cruise ship or whether you stay there, gorgeous views of the ships and even small marina boats coming in and out of the inlet there. And even though the water is deep enough for the cruise ships to come in, there at the beach, it's like Christine said, it's very calm. And if you're not a good swimmer, or if you bring kids with you, look at that beach. Can't describe it. It's absolutely, and it's calm, so calm.
Maybe with the last minute, Christine, you can tell some of our viewers what all kind of resorts you do check out for us. So when they head to your channel, they know what to expect, what they're looking for.
Well, I'm a big fan of the Hyatt Ziva and Zilara resorts. They're adult only or family friendly, all inclusive. So I love those. I've been to Riu's, throughout the Caribbean as well as Mexico. I've been to both sides of Mexico: Huatulco, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, Cancun, Mayan Riviera. I've been to over 300 resorts in Mexico and the Caribbean. So
Wow.
I've kind of like, if you don't remember where you stayed 5 years ago, but you can remember some of the attributes of the resort, I can probably tell you where you stayed. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy checking out the resorts, and I come from the perspective of, I want in my videos to share information so that I can take the work out of you deciding where to stay on vacation. I highly recommend that you always use a travel agent, but sometimes you want to kind of get an idea of where you want to go first. And so that's where I've come from doing videos. So check out my channel. There's almost 800 different videos on there. A little bit of
And not all quote unquote inclusive resorts are truly inclusive. And if you don't know what you're shopping for, and that's where an agent, go ahead, Christine. I'll let you take that conversation away.
I couldn't agree with you more. Robin, there's a lot of resorts out there that they'll say that they include room service, but there's a surcharge for it. They say they have so many a la carte restaurants, but they limit you to 3 per week, or you have to make reservations ahead of time. There's a lot of detractors for some of these properties, especially, some of the more posh ones that you would think that things would be all included, but they're not. Yeah, definitely been to the Hard Rock in Punta Cana, Mayan Riviera, Puerto Vallarta. I think that's and Cabo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So true about them not all being truly inclusive.
Well,
that
it's just the same as the cruise ships, right? As you said, with some of the beverage packages, they're more like a beverage credit.
Right.
It's sort of like, it's like all inclusive adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And welcome in, Fearless Rambler.
Hey, George.
He's rambling. Now, Fearless George, he's a big snorkeler. With the beach right there at Junkanoo Beach and Margaritaville, would you consider that a good snorkeling kind of beach?
We haven't seen too many fish, but the ones that we have seen are very, very colorful. And we've seen people snorkeling out here every day. I would recommend that you take a piece of bread with you from the ship, or pop into that little grocery store. We got a half loaf the other day for $2.09. So, it's really inexpensive. And this is a good solid beach for snorkeling because it's very safe, very calm. And alternatively, if you want to head over to Cable Beach, I wanted to mention that you can hop on the local bus. That's also on that Frederick Street. Frederick. That's my favorite place. Start there. You can hop on the local bus called the Jitney. It's $1.25, I think it was, per person each way.
Wow.
And you can hop on the bus. You tell the driver once you get on where you're headed to. You say Baha Mar, and they will take you there. And the driver will actually call it out so that you know when to get off. You pay as you leave the bus. For $1.25 per person per ride, you can't go wrong.
So I know a lot of people will take taxis to Barber Beach. So that's a great tip. If you're going to Barber Beach, you can jump on the local public bus transportation, a little bit cheaper. You'll just want to make sure that you know the times that the bus is running so that you're not late getting back to the ship.
Yes. Yes. We have seen from Paradise Island, people are literally hopping. We saw one the other day. They hopped on a jet ski. I would imagine they were at Cabbage Beach, which is the beach in front of the Atlantis and the Rio, and they brought them over to the marina just here, and they were like jumping in the water off the jet ski and somehow jumping up onto the boardwalk so that they could literally leg it from here back to the ship, because we're talking they had about 8 minutes.
Oh my gosh. No, people do not be late getting back to the ship.
No, it would have been one of the, like, you're going to be on TikTok.
You're going to be.
Wait for me.
8 million views.
There you go. If you want to have a short for your channel, that's the best short that will get you 5 million views at once. Be a pier runner.
Yeah, exactly. Except it's going to be rather expensive for you to try to get from there to your next port or to get home. And if you're on one of those cruises where that's your beginning port.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, and CME Traveling, we agree. Christine, she is just full of information.
She is.
And for those of you that Chet and I are getting on the Scarlet Lady in the morning or in the afternoon tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we are going to be on the Scarlet Lady. We're going to be trying to go live from the cruise ship on Sunday night.
Yep. Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, our regular time, we're going to be trying to come live from the Scarlet Lady. But we want to remind you, please check out Christine Turner's channel. She has got fantastic information. You only got a tidbit here this morning, y'all. She's got 800 videos over there, years of experience. And when you see the resort that you like on her channel, she can help you get there. Okay.
Absolutely. And she is also in the end credits of this video, as well as her active link in the description of every video on our channel. So make sure you go check her out. And we want to thank you for Christine for joining us. We want you to get back to that lazy river that you just love so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Go ahead.
No, thanks for having me. It's always a joy talking to you guys and sharing our equal love of travel.
There you go. And make sure you go over to Christine's channel. We were a guest on her show this morning just before this show. So make sure you go over and check that out. And until next time, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.